The news comes out and says Donald Trump wants to meet with the president of Mexico, essentially, to talk about this wall that they're building. And then the president of Mexico cancels the trip, says, I'm not going to meet with you because I don't believe in this. Essentially says, I don't believe in walls. I think that's going to divide the countries more. And hey, I can definitely understand how that's going to divide countries more, certainly. But here's the problem. Now, let's go a step back here again a second. I get it when people want to come into the United States that might live in another country that has bad conditions. I mean, let's say you're that person and you have an opportunity to go into a country that has a better quality life for yourself and your family. Would you take advantage of that opportunity? If you knew that you could get in very easily by breaking the law, would you take advantage of that opportunity? And if you did get into the US as an illegal immigrant, once you're in the United States and you realize you can get a job and pay for quality food. I don't know about quality food unless you buy organic, but you get my point. You can buy food and resources and put a roof over the heads of you and your family. I mean, that might be, and most people, I think that's why most people come to the US illegally. But the problem is you've got those bad apples out there that come to the United States that break the law over and over and over again. They get deported back to Mexico and they know that they can come here and do it again. So it's like a free ride. It's a free pass for them. And you hear about people that get killed or hit in a hit and run or drinking and driving, or somebody gets raped or robbed. And then you hear that those people have done it multiple times. They get deported back to Mexico and they come to the US and do it again. So I can certainly understand there has to be laws and rules and regulations. And like Donald Trump says, how can a nation be a nation without a border, without borders? I can certainly get that. So let's keep the good in and the bad out. But is a wall really going to make a difference? Is that going to stop what is currently going on? Or are people going to find other ways to get into the United States? I don't know. I mean, I can certainly see both sides, no pun intended, right? I mean, if you have a wall and if you create jobs and if you do it with the right materials and resources and technologies, it can be a very beneficial tool. But then when the president of Mexico comes out and says that he doesn't believe in walls, and then you find out by doing diligent research that there are walls and border security in Guatemala, from Guatemala and Mexico, the southern border out there. It's not like the walls that you see in the movies and the sci-fi films that are 20 feet tall made out of concrete, but they have some very heavy security out there. And they've actually deported more people in Mexico than they have in the United States. So I find that fascinating. And if it's not a big deal, I mean, if you're all open borders and everybody's happy and welcome to come into your country, then why is it if you do your research and find out what the punishment is for entering Mexico illegally? Check this out. Under the Mexican law, illegal immigration is a felony punishable by up to 2 years in prison. And if you try to re-enter, you can be in prison for up to 10 years. So where's the kumbaya there? Where's the holding each other's hands and welcoming each other into your country, su casa, mi casa there? I don't get it. I don't understand that. I find that fascinating. And you can also read about the statistics like I just told you about here on westernjournalism.com. This is published by Elizabeth Dickerson of 2015, actually. And it says right here that it's got the numbers right there. 92,000 Central American individuals between October and April of 2015 were deported in Mexico. 70,000 were detained in the U.S. So that's quite interesting. And that was essentially what I wanted to bring to you guys today. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/clandestineTimeLord. Also check out leakproject.com. Have a fantastic day, and I'll keep you updated. Here's the deal. When you read the news and the news comes out and says Donald Trump wants to meet with the president of Mexico, essentially, to talk about this wall that they're building, and then the president of Mexico cancels the trip, says, I'm not going to meet with you because I don't believe in this, essentially says, I don't believe in walls. I think that's going to divide the countries more. And hey, I can definitely understand how that's going to divide countries more, certainly. But here's the problem. Now, let's go a step back here again a second. I get it when people want to come into the United States that might live in another